Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
It is a tale of bikinis, booze, boats, and the kind of bad judgment that sends you to jail.
He was just involved in a minor accident when an SUV hit him and never stopped.
You know when you run over something. You're not talking about a small little child or a small little something, a bunny. You're running over, a 5'7" man.
Yeah, a Macomb County mother making a desperate plea tonight after her son is badly hurt by a hit-and-run driver.
She is asking that driver who hit her son to turn his or herself in. Jermont Terry, live at Henry Ford Macomb Hospital, where that man is in critical condition tonight. Jermont.
Devin and Kimberly, that man's parents have been by his bedside ever since they got that troubling call to get here to the emergency room. Tonight, the mother says she knows this was an accident, but she's insisting the moment that driver hit her son and took off, the crime happened.
That's my baby. You did something to my baby.
Her son may be 26 years old, but like any mother, she wants to protect her child. Jill Billardello could not shield her son Wednesday night. Police say Thomas Billardello drove his motorcycle down 21 Mile near Hayes in Shelby Township. He then ran into the rear of a car. Thomas fell to the ground. He got up, and while talking to the driver he ran into, an SUV hit Thomas and never stopped.
You broke my heart, basically. And you broke my family's heart. How you could actually do that to someone? You ran over him and just left him in the street. The other people at the scene, they stayed. But how do you live with yourself? I can't understand that.
The accident left Thomas with a broken collarbone, ribs, and foot. He's undergone 3 surgeries already.
They're prepping him for potentially one more tomorrow.
His mother is optimistic he'll pull through.
It's going to be a long recovery.
Long recovery. But as he recovers, she's hoping the person who hit him surrenders. Or better yet, the driver's friends and family connect the damage to the SUV and call police.
There's damage to an SUV out there, so someone's going to see it.
And they should know. If they can't justify how it happened, call.
Yep, and the bump shops and stuff like that, pay attention please, what's coming through.
This mother knows the driver did not intend to hit her son.
You left, you chose to leave, so you've committed a crime now, so I hope you can live with yourself.
Now at that intersection at 21 Mile and Hayes, it's busy and there are many businesses, and police are hoping potentially that cameras capture something at 11:15 at night. All they know right now is that they're looking for a dark color SUV. That's all they have to go on. Reporting live tonight, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Let's hope some answers are forthcoming. All right, Jermont. Kimberly.
Well, the party was definitely over once police pulled over a 65-year-old man on his boat with a half-dozen young women on board. Their alleged behavior so rowdy, a Wyandotte restaurant refused to serve them, and it only escalated from there. Mara McDonald is live in Wyandotte tonight. Mara, just kind of bring us up to speed on what happened here.
Well, it all started on that boat, Kimberly, like you said, with a 65-year-old man, bikinis, some booze, and behavior like flipping off the police after you sort of, flee and elude.
The waterfront restaurant is a popular spot for boaters, and police say 65-year-old Kenneth Cook pulled up in his boat with the party going on big time. Cook was on board with 6 women between 28 and 31. They appeared drunk and loud to the staff, who declined to serve them. That's when the police report says things got ugly. Cook is supposed to have turned the volume up on the music they were listening to a ridiculous level, and then hurling insults and threats and obscenities. The restaurant called the police. When Wyandotte officers showed up, Cook ran for his boat despite being told repeatedly to stop, and took off with the women on board, all while giving the cops the middle finger. He didn't get too far, though. Wyandotte PD radioed the Wayne County Sheriff's Marine Division as well as the Coast Guard. He was stopped by the Ambassador Bridge and taken into custody.
Back here live, Cook was charged with fleeing and eluding. He's back in court shortly for a probable cause hearing. But live in Wyandotte tonight, I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Well, a clear and rather cool night across Metro Detroit.
It really is. So is it going to stay this way as we get closer to the weekend here, Ben? Hi.
Yeah, and we're not going to see very many changes, Kim and Devin. Those numbers tonight, cool for this time of year, thanks in part to that dry air. A 4-zone forecast gets us to 60 in the city, but most locations are going to start Friday morning in the mid-50s and even cooler in some spots. Milan, you'll be at 56. Onstead, Morenci in the mid-50s. Other side of 275 here in the west zone could get as cool as 52 out in Howell. And I think the coolest spot's going to be up in Lapeer County, just like it was this morning. 51 in Lapeer, 51 in North Branch. Milder numbers out here towards the lake at 57 in both Lexington and Port Huron. We'll rise about 30 degrees to our daytime highs in the afternoon. We'll check your weekend as temperatures do go up. We'll see if the humidity follows. And when will we actually get a chance of rain? It may be a lot longer than a lot of us like. And we'll check that out in a few minutes, guys.
Okay, Ben. The Detroit debates have come and gone, but that doesn't mean the candidates have already moved on.
Exactly. Several of the candidates on stage last night ended up spending time campaigning in Metro Detroit after the debate, including Senator Cory Booker, who held a Detroit Rising rally at St. Andrews Hall. Tonight, the senator vowed to fight gerrymandering and any other schemes, he says, suppress the African-American vote. Meantime, after going toe-to-toe for a second straight debate, both Joe Biden and Kamala Harris spent time in the city campaigning. Former Vice President spoke with families at Detroit One Coney Island on Woodward Avenue. Senator Harris followed a downtown Detroit security guard around for the day, pushing for labor rights. While some of the Democratic candidates spent the day here, tonight President Trump was in Cincinnati holding his first rally in 2 weeks.
The Democrat Party is now being led by 4 left-wing extremists who reject everything that we hold dear. No one has paid a higher price for the far left's destructive agenda than Americans living in our nation's inner cities. They have paid a dear price. You see what's happening?
This was the president's first rally since the Send Her Back chant was heard at a rally in North Carolina 2 weeks ago in reference to Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. The president was criticized for not doing more to stop the chant. There was no Send Her Back chant heard tonight after the president said before the event that he would prefer his supporters not do it.
A controversial decision handed down in a Macomb County courtroom today after a man who pleaded guilty to poisoning his ex-wife was sentenced well below the criminal guidelines. 46-year-old Brian Kozlowski was given 5 years probation and 60 weekend days in jail. The man's ex-wife caught him multiple times pouring sleeping medication into her coffee. The sentencing guidelines for poisoning indicates Kozlowski should serve a minimum of 1 year in prison. Our Local 4 cameras were there when the judge made his decision.
The people are requesting that you reconsider the sentence. A 60-day weekend sentence is a slap in the face.
I'm sorry, what?
The 60-day weekend-only sentence.
Counsel, I do not let anybody speak after I've issued a judgment.
The Macomb County prosecutor plans to appeal the sentence.
A Livonia man behind bars tonight after slapping a Little Caesars employee because he wasn't happy with his pizza. In fact, video shows the man entering the restaurant on Middle Belt near 5 Mile Road with a pizza in hand. Police say he was offered a refund or a replacement pizza, but he still slapped the female cashier. The man's pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault and battery. He's been sentenced to 20 days in jail.
A suspected human trafficking ringleader is finally caught after a 2-year manhunt. 50-year-old Derek Bell, who appeared on a government's most wanted list, was captured at the Econo Lodge in Monroe. The feds have been searching for Bell since 2017 when law enforcement raided a Victory Inn motel in Detroit where Bell allegedly took part in a criminal operation.
Your next takeoff or landing at Detroit Metro Airport might be a little smoother. The airport getting a $21 million federal grant to repair its runways. In fact, DTW, one of 232 airports across the country getting repairs, so pretty widespread program. One of 4 in the state getting upgrades. No word, though, on exactly when it's going to begin.
All right, still to come, a woman wants answers after she loses her hair.
She claims the conditioner she bought at Walmart is to blame. What she says it was mixed with that caused her hair to fall out.
I would probably try and catch him. I'm that kind of guy. I hunt, fish.
What's lurking in this Metro Detroit lake tonight? Residents react to reports that an alligator was spotted.
But coming up first, a burglar armed with a blowtorch. What happened when the business he was trying to get into caught fire? Next.
Kids with special needs are getting life, social, and on-the-job skills for free, all thanks to one local nonprofit. I'm Evrod Casimir. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for your neighborhood, we'll show you how these